Dave, the MeatMan Scandaliato.
Good evening, and welcome to Sports Line Radio. My name is Dave, the MeatMan Scandaliato, and I'm broadcasting live from beautiful, sunny, it's hot out here, Cap, Las Vegas, Nevada, the sports and gaming capital of the United States of America. And you are listening to this program right here on 910 AM WUBR CBS Sports Radio in Baton Rouge. And we got a good show planned for you today. We got a little news on the Saints, a little pro football news. We got obviously some basketball to talk about. The NBA Finals. And they're not set yet, but, man, if you see the line on the Golden State Warriors San Antonio Spurs series, you're going to think they're all but set. So I got that. We're going to talk about that in a minute. And then, of course, I got a little Preakness news. Obviously, my horse, Classic Empire, ran fourth in the Kentucky Derby. He's going to run in the Preakness, Cap. He's going to win the Preakness. I can tell you that right now, Cap. I mean, what a horrible trip. Horrible. We'll talk about that in a few minutes. Let's not talk about that now. And, of course, the baseball. Who knows, man? Who knows what we're going to talk about in the next 50-some-odd minutes. So let's go ahead and get things going here. But before we do that, as always, I would like to quickly remind everybody that the following information is to be used as news material only and is not intended to violate any state, federal, or local laws. All right, let's talk a little NBA. The National Basketball Association, the San Antonio Spurs, absolutely demolished the Houston Rockets last night. The line was 6.5. They say Kawhi Leonard's not going to play. It shoots up to 9.5. And San Antonio just goes out there and buries Houston. At no time, if you had the Houston Rockets, like I did last night, minus 6.5, much less than 9.5. I mean, look, you never thought at any time that you were going to win. Yep, because without Kawhi Leonard, LaMarcus Aldridge was able to step up. It was kind of funny to see how that worked last night. But, man, wow, what a beating. What a beating. And even with that beating that the San Antonio Spurs gave to the Houston Rockets, winning that series 4-2, the series price, this is mind-boggling if you look at it. It's mind-boggling. The series price for their Western Conference Finals against the Golden State Warriors. Golden State, the Warriors are minus 1,400. You got to bet $1,400 to win 100. A stinking $100 bill. You got to put up $1,400, $1,400 bills to win one stinking $100 bill on the Golden State Warriors. That's what you call a heavy favorite, baby. That's what you call a heavy favorite, man. That's what you call a heavy, heavy favorite right there. Golden State, wow. San Antonio coming back plus 850. Plus 850. In the beginning of the season, you probably couldn't have got 8.5 to 1 on San Antonio winning the NBA title. Now you can get them at 8.5 to 1 just to win the series. They don't even have to win the title. Just win the Western Conference. I mean, it's mind-boggling. That's a big underdog. But I tell you, Golden State looks tough, man. The Warriors, I mean, man, I tell you, they look strong. I don't know if they minus 1,400 strong against the San Antonio Spurs. But, hey, I'm not the guy setting the odds. Wow. And then, of course, the point spread for game number 1 of this series. You got Golden State minus 10.5, and the total is 211.5. So, I mean, I tell you, they're not giving San Antonio much of a chance. I mean, the Spurs are going to be underdogs at home in games 3 and 4, which is almost unthinkable. It's almost unthinkable that in games 3 and 4, the San Antonio Spurs are going to be an underdog at home, based on the fact that Golden State is a 10.5 point favorite for game 1. That's unbelievable, brother. Man, that's unbelievable. But, I don't know if Washington or Boston can give Cleveland a run for their money. I don't know. You would think that series, no matter who it is, the line will maybe be a little bit lighter. But, I mean, Golden State, they haven't lost a game all year. I mean, what they did to the Utah Jazz in Game 4 of that series, I mean, Golden State was a 9-point favorite on the road at Utah, Game 4 of their series. And, I mean, they just demolished the Jazz. Even I had Golden State. Even I thought Golden State was going to demolish the Utah Jazz. I mean, it's hard to believe how good these dudes are. Now, the game tonight, you got the Washington Wizards, they're a 5-point favorite against the Boston Celtics. The total's anywhere from 216 to 217. That's pretty much what it opened, 5 and 217. So, I mean, it really hasn't moved much. Boston is 5-0 this year at home, playing the Washington Wizards, 5-0 straight up and 5-0 against the spread, including the playoffs and the regular season. The Washington Wizards are 4-0 this year against the Boston Celtics at home, regular season and playoffs, both straight up and against the spread. All you had to do was bet the home team at Boston, Washington this year, and you're 9-0. 9-0. 9-0. 9-0. Will it be 10-0 after tonight? I haven't seen anything that makes me think that the Boston Celtics are going to go into Washington tonight and beat the Wizards. I haven't seen anything. Nothing. Zero. I haven't seen nothing. I mean, if it happened, maybe I was taking a leak or something and I missed it. But I can tell you right now, I haven't seen nothing. Nathan. Zero. Nada. Thing that's going to make me believe that the Boston Celtics are going to go into Washington tonight and beat the Wizards. I like Washington tonight. That's actually going to be one of the picks here on the program for today. It's game 7-11, 7-12. We're going to take the home team, the Washington Wizards, minus the 5. I mean, hey, look, why get off the trend until somebody breaks it? I mean, people have been saying for this whole playoff series that, Boston's going to take one in Washington. Washington's going to take one in Boston. We're 5 games in, man. Same way it's been the 4 games of the regular season, the 5 playoff games has all been the same way. No reason to think that it's going to change tonight. All right, so for my first play for tonight's program, it starts at 7 o'clock Central Time, 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Out here in Las Vegas, it starts at 5 o'clock. I'll be playing a slot tournament. I got invited to the $50,000 Circus slot tournament. Yep. You play 2 sessions every day. Play 2 today and 2 mañana, tomorrow. I think I'm in last place. I had about 4,500 points, and I went and checked all the machines at the end of the thing, and I don't think anybody had a lower score than what I had. Very depressing. Very depressing. But that's all right. That's all right. I got to play my next segment at 5 o'clock. I'm not a quitter, Cap. Well, I could be number 1 in this round. I could be number 1, go from worst to first. I mean, who knows? Who knows? But I'll be peeking at the TV, Cap. You sit at the slot machine, and for 15 straight minutes, you just hit the button. You just hit the button for 15 minutes. You don't think. You don't make any kind of decisions. You don't do anything. It's kind of silly. It's kind of silly, except for the fact they're giving away $10,000 for first place, $8,000 for second place, $6,000 for third place, $4,000 for fourth place, $2,000 for fifth place. If it wouldn't be for that, I probably wouldn't be playing. But I'll be there. And I'll also be on the Washington Wizards tonight, minus the 5 points at home against the Boston Celtics. All right, we got to take a break. We got to take our first commercial break for today's program. And don't touch that dial, Cap, because when we come back, we got a little Preakness news to talk about, the second leg of the Triple Crown. Got a little NFL news, got some season win totals for you, and some information on the New Orleans Saints. And we're going to talk a little Major League Baseball as well. So don't touch that dial, Cap. You're listening to Sportsline Radio with Dave the MeatMan Scandaliato. And we're doing it all right here like one big, happy, dysfunctional family on 910 AM WUBR CBS Sports Radio, Baton Rouge. It didn't freeze up? It didn't freeze up?
No, it burped one time, but it was all right.
All right. You think we ought to log off and log back on again, or just try to...
It was just a little hiccup. It's been pretty solid.
All right.
No, as long as it's doing as good as it is now, I don't want to mess with it.
All right. No, that's all you had to, that's all you had to say. You got it. See, it seems like it's messing up.
Well, you may not. Yeah, if I give you this, that means I'm going to go to the phone.
All right. You got it. All right.
And if you can't see that, then I'll text you. If my screen is frozen up, I'll first give you that.
I got the phone right here.
Okay, and then I'll text you.
Yeah, because it sounds like it's kind of breaking up now, unfortunately.
If it keeps... Sometimes, you know, sometimes your screen will freeze up and mine won't, and mine will freeze up sometimes on your end where you're not frozen up with me. I don't know. It could be just the computers, you know, buffering or something.
Right. I don't know. Once again, I'm in a hotel, so I don't know what kind of internet connection I got here.
Yeah. Well, it's not bad. Send us an email at televisionbroadcasting@gmail.com and catch our online stream at sportstv.com. Thanks for watching. I'll have the bugles ready when you start talking about the horses.
Just play them coming back out of the break.
Okay, I can do that.
We might take 4 breaks today. All right. And welcome back to Sportsline. And don't forget, you can listen to Sportsline every Friday, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Central Time, right here on 910 AM WUBR, CBS Sports Radio of Baton Rouge. You can also find it on YouTube. What I do is I tape the program and put it up on YouTube, and, man, I tell you, I had record views last week. I tell you, I had a lot of people that were interested in the Kentucky Derby show, and, man, I tell you, that was Heartbreak Hotel, Cap. That was Heartbreak Hotel, man. We got smash coming out of the gate. Look, I wish I could get that smash. I tell you, man, the gate opened. And we were the last horse in the first gate, and then you have the thing called the auxiliary gate, which holds the rest of the horses, and when that gate opened up, all of those horses come slamming into us, and that was it. That was it. We were done. We were done. And I tell you, it hurt. It hurt, man, I tell you, because to think about what happened to our horse coming out of the break and then finishing fourth, he was coming, Cap, he was coming. After all of that mess, after all of that trouble, after all of that nonsense, he still almost got up a third, and we'd have got our money back. That's all the MeatMan's ever trying to do, just get your money back. If we win money, that's great. But, man, I tell you, that hurt, man. That hurt. That's the bad news. The good news is Classic Empire's going to run into Preakness, brother. We're going to have a chance to bet him again. But instead of a 20-horse field, it's only going to be 10 horses. Lot less traffic, Cap. Lot less bumping and grinding coming out of the gate. Lot less stuff than what happened in the Kentucky Derby. Yep, it's a lot different. It's going to be a lot easier to get in the position you want to get in the Preakness and in the Kentucky Derby. I mean, once the gate opened in the Kentucky Derby, Classic Empire had no chance. None. Zero. He was done. I was shocked to see him coming in wide in the far turn, actually just giving himself a chance. He just gave himself a chance, and that we're going to have a chance next week. I can't wait for next week. It's going to be like a holiday, brother, because we're going to win the Preakness, man. It's always dreaming. You can forget about him winning the Preakness, man. You can forget about that. Plus, I like the fact it's a shorter distance. Because I was always worried if Classic Empire could make it that final eighth of a mile, but now he's not going to have to go because they're going to just go a mile and 3/16. So we're going to go a 16th of a mile shorter here in the Preakness, so I like that. Looking at Lee, who was second in the Kentucky Derby, he's going to run in the Preakness. Classic Empire, who was fourth in the Kentucky Derby, he's going to run in the Preakness. Gunnevera, who was seventh in the Kentucky Derby, he's going to run in the Preakness. And Hentz, who ran 11th in the Kentucky Derby, he's going to run in the Preakness. So if you include the winner of the Kentucky Derby, always dreaming, you got 5 horses from the Derby that are going to make the trip to Baltimore and PIMLICO racetrack and compete in the Preakness. 5 horses that didn't run in the Kentucky Derby are going to run in the Preakness. Cloud Compulting, who was third in the Wood Memorial. Conquest Mo Money, who was second in the Arkansas Derby. Multiplier, who won the Illinois Derby. Royal Mo, who was third in the Santa Anita Derby. And Senior Investment, the winner of the Lexington Stakes. So, it's going to be a good race. You've got 10 horses running. It's going to be a good race. I mean, always dreaming. You figure he was the favorite in the Kentucky Derby at 9-2 in a 20-horse race. So you cut the horses in half right off the bat. That puts him at right around 5-2. And then you figure he's going to be the favorite. He's going to go up at 6-5, 7-5. I'd be shocked if he goes off odds on. I don't think always dreaming is going to go up under even money. I'm going to say 6-5, 7-5, and I think we'll get at least 5-1 on Classic Empire. That's going to be a good price there, man. He's going to run good. I'm telling you. You got to listen to the MeatMan on this one. Believe me, it's a miracle of Jesus that he got fourth. He almost got third, man. He almost got there. Man. He came wide in the stretch. And you didn't think he was ever going to catch the winner, even though the stretch at Churchill Downs is pretty long. It's pretty long, the stretch at Churchill Downs. But, man, you just thought for a brief moment that he might get third, maybe get it going, maybe, but it wasn't meant to be. But that's all right. We're going to get that money back 8 days from today, Cap. 8 days from today, right about this time, we'll be sitting watching Classic Empire win the Preakness. Yep. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm glad he's running. Because, obviously, there's only 5 horses from the Derby running in the Preakness. And, so 15 of them aren't running. So, there was a 3-to-1 chance, that, Classic Empire wasn't going to run, just based on the odds of how many horses are going to run that didn't run and this, that, and the other thing. So I'm glad he's running. But we're going to talk about the Preakness next week. We are definitely going to have a Preakness show. Won't be like the Derby show, because that lasted an hour, because there was 20 horses and all sorts of stuff. There's only 10 horses in the Preakness, so, we'll spend about half the show talking about the Preakness. So don't forget, next week, part 2 of our Triple Crown special, the Preakness, right here on our Sportsline Radio. We'll go over all 10 horses. We'll try to hit the trifecta. We'll try to hit the exacta. Might even try to hit the superfecta on this one. You never know, but we will be talking about the Preakness next Friday, right here on Sportsline, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m., and you'll be able to listen to that program exclusively right here on 9:10 a.m. WUBR CBS Sports Radio in Baton Rouge. All right, let's take a break. Let's go ahead and take a commercial break here. And when we come back, we're going to talk a little football. I got the New Orleans Saints season win total. How many games do the odds makers, or at least one of the places out there, think that the New Orleans Saints are going to win this football season? Also got some odds on the Saints winning the NFC South. Also got some Heisman Trophy odds. And Darius Geist, the LSU running back, he's easily in the top. He's not in the 5-to-1, 6-to-1 category, but he's in that 10, 12-to-1 category. So we'll go over a couple of the guys who are favored to win the Heisman Trophy, and then we'll talk a little Major League Baseball. So don't touch that dial, Cap. You're listening to Sportsline with Dave the MeatMan Scandaliato. And we're doing it right here, brother, on 9:10 a.m. WUBR CBS Sports Radio, Baton Rouge. It's all right if I take 4 breaks, huh?
Sure.
All right. I'm not trying to make you work too hard before you head out on your vacation. I just it's.
Make up for last week. You didn't take. Did you take any last week?
I don't think just one.
What?
Well, I took one last week.
Business account. You could apply for up to $50,000. Call 800-919-9639. 800-919-9639. This amazing new business account funding program is so effective. You could have the cash you need in just days.
I called and had my money fast.
Call now for your Platinum Business account. If you've been in business for at least 6 months, you could qualify for up to $50,000 or more in just days. Call 800-919-9639. 800-919-9639. 800-919-9639.
Spread the roar. Tigers roar. Tune in every Wednesday night from 8 to 10 for Tigers roar. Tommy Kryson and Jordy Hultberg will have the latest from LSU football and LSU sports, New Orleans Saints, and sports information from all around Louisiana. Spread the roar.
10 seconds.
Just install the TuneIn app on your smartphone and search for WUBR. All sports, all the time.
All right, and welcome back to Sportsline Radio. My name is Dave, the MeatMan Scandaliato, and I'm broadcasting live out here in Las Vegas, Nevada, the sports and gaming capital of the United States of America. And, of course, you can listen to this program every Friday following Pelican Sports Radio, sponsored by Pelican Sports TV, right here on 910 AM WUBR CBS Sports Radio in Baton Rouge. All right, I got the Saints season win total from sportsbook.ag. Used to be sportsbook.com, but the federal government, they don't like all that. They don't like all that. The federal government don't like all of that, so they had to get rid of the .com, and now they go with .ag. Now, sportsbook.ag, they're no bookmaker. They're no Chris, man. Believe me. One is chicken salad, and the other one is chicken droppings. You know what I'm saying? And, believe me. I used to do a lot of business, though, with sportsbook.com back in the days, though. But, nevertheless, I'm more of a bookmaker.eu guy. And, you're looking for a place to play this football season. Hey, look, man, give the MeatMan a call. And I'll tell you how to get that bookmaker account. All right, let's see, from sportsbook.ag. They got the Hoot-Hatters, the Bless You Boys, the Black and Gold, the Cha-Chings. The New Orleans Saints season win total is 8.5. 8.5, brother. Over 8.5, minus $1.05. Under 8.5, minus $1.25. So they got a 30-cent juice on this. 30-cent juice, which is legit. Most places are going to have a 30-cent juice on season win totals. Now, the Saints have gone 7-9 3 straight seasons. So if you bet over the total, the Saints would have to win 2 more games than they've won in the last 3 seasons. I mean, the bottom line is, 2 out of 16, what's that? Something like, 14% more games. I don't know, man. That's a big leap. That's a big leap to go from 7-9 to 7-9 to 7-9 to 9-7. Because 9-7 might take the division. You never know, man. You never know. Look, it is wide open in the NFC South. It's wide open because I was looking at the odds for the divisions. And, man, I tell you, it was unbelievable. Everybody was plus money. The Atlanta Falcons, they were the favorite, but just plus $1.75. Like New England, they're like minus 800 to win their division. So, you get plus $1.75 on Atlanta to win the NFC South. Tampa Bay was plus $1.85. The Carolina Panthers were 2.5 to 1, 5 to 2. And the New Orleans Saints were 3.5 to 1 at 7 to 2. So, that's pretty competitive right there when once again, the Cleveland Browns are like 20 to 1 to win their division. The San Francisco 49ers are like 20 to 1 to win their division. So, in the NFC South, you got no dominant team, and you got no big underdog. So, look, I kind of like the Saints this year. It's do or die, man. It's do or die. You either win this year. If you have another losing season, what do you do? Look, I know that 15 NFL teams would try to pick up on Drew Brees if we got rid of him. I know that 15 NFL teams are going to try to go get Sean Payton if we get rid of him. But, if you have 4 straight losing seasons in a row, it's time to go. Right? Ain't that how it works? I think that's how it works. I mean, once again, I don't have that book with me, but I'm sure somewhere in the book it says if you go 7-9, 4 straight years, or have 4 straight losing seasons, somebody's got to go. The quarterback's got to go. The coach has to go. The general manager's got to go. Somebody's got to go because the Saints are going to have the fans go away. I can tell you that right now, man. People are going to get tired of going to watch a team lose week after week after week, play mediocre football. So New Orleans Saints, they're going to have some big decisions to make if they don't have a winning season this year. Personally, I've been seeing them around town and online about 50-1 to win the Super Bowl. I think that's a good price on the Saints because the NFC is wide open. I mean, it's wide open. Anybody that thinks Dallas is going to have the same kind of record like they had last year, I mean, you're nuts. We all know the Green Bay Packers are very, very, very beatable. The Seattle Seahawks are very, very, very beatable. The Carolina Panthers are very, 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 very beatable. The Arizona Cardinals, they're very beatable. The New York Giants, they're very beatable. I mean, there's no team out there in the NFC where you could say, yeah, man, this is the team that's going to go to the Super Bowl. This is the team that's going to win the NFC Championship. They don't really have that team in the NFC. And I think 50-1 on a desperate Saints team that knows, look, man, we better get our act together and win something, or we're going to be finding a new place to work. So, I don't know. I think 50-1's not a bad price. I think it's not a bad price. Now, thinking of prices, they got the odds to win the Heisman Trophy are out at a place called the Greek Olympic Sports. And the favorite to win the Heisman Trophy this year is a fine gentleman by the name of Sam Darnold. He is 5-1. He's 5-1. Now, the defending Heisman Trophy winner, Lamar Jackson, he is 6-1. Also at 6-1, you have Baker Mayfield. At 6.5-1, you have J.T. Barrett. Then at 10-1, you have Jalen Hurts. And then at 12-1, there he is. Darius Geis, 12-1. Him and Jake Browning are 12-1, along with Josh Rosen, the quarterback from UCLA, if I'm not mistaken. So, man, that's pretty good company right there. I did leave one guy out, this Trace McSorley. He's 10-1 to win the Heisman Trophy. So sorry about that, Trace. If you're out there listening, buddy, the MeatMan apologize. I'm sorry I left you off the list. You way down there on the bottom, Cap. So you got Trace McSorley at 10-1. You got Sam Darnold at 5-1. That's 2. You got Lamar Jackson at 6-1. That's 3. You got J.T. Barrett at 6.5-1. That's 4. You got Baker Mayfield at 6-1. That's 5. And you got Jalen Hurts at 10-1. That's 6. And then you got Darius Geis at 12-1. 7th. He's basically 7th choice to win the Heisman Trophy, you know, once again, along with Josh Rosen and Jake Browning. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, man. He's 7th choice. Remember, they invite, 4 guys to the Heisman Trophy ceremony, 4 or 5 guys. So, I mean, if you're picked the 7th choice, I mean, you got a pretty good chance of possibly making it in there. They got a lot of other guys, obviously. They got like 30 guys listed on the thing. I'm not going to name any more names, but you can get down on who's going to win the Heisman Trophy. And let Darius Geis know that he's 12-1. Let him know if he needs the MeatMan to put a little something on him. I'll be more than happy to do it. Somebody pass the message along. Say the MeatMan says you're 12-1 to win the Heisman Trophy. He wants to know how much you want on it. He'll put like a gift. Like a gift. How you like that? Like a gift. Put $1,000 on it. $12,000. He wins the Heisman Trophy. He's picking the trophy up in New York City, and the MeatMan's slipping him an envelope as I'm getting paid at 12-1. All right, we got to take a break. We got to take one more commercial break for today's program. And then we're going to come back and we're going to talk a little Major League Baseball. I've only given out one play on the show here so far today. We're going to take the Washington Wizards minus the 5 points tonight at home against the Boston Celtics. The home team has won every game this year between the Wizards and the Celtics. Not only have they won every game, they've covered in every game. So 9 games in, the home team has won and covered all 9 times. I think it's going to happen again for a 10th time this year. So I do like the Washington Wizards minus the 5 at home tonight. Let's see if we can't find a little Major League Baseball game for tonight and maybe one for tomorrow. See if we can't get that no good, dirty, filthy bookie's wallet and extract some of that money that he's got. All right, don't touch that dial, Cap. We still got about 20 more minutes of sports lines still to come, and you're listening to this program right here exclusively on 9:10 a.m. WUBR CBS Sports Radio, Baton Rouge. Yeah, what were you playing? It sounded like you were playing some kind of war battle game.
It's a game where they give you letters and you make different words out of the letters.
Gotcha. Yes, I've seen that in the bars before.
I like those kind of games.
Well, they keep your mind sharp.
Yeah.
Keep your mind sharp.
Tax Solutions Now. Our affiliates are all accredited by the Better Business Bureau and members of the National Association of Tax Professionals.
He saved our home and overcame the most powerful collection agency in the world.
Time is running out. Call Tax Solutions now. Call 800-774...
So they already building the arena there? The football arena? Have they started on that?
Yes and no. They're going to, yeah. They got the ground. Oh, yeah, kind of. Yes, the team's coming.
Yeah.
So I haven't seen. Yeah, they coming. There's no doubt they're coming. There's no doubt about it. They're on their way, and I don't know. I'm not going to go to any of the games. The only game I'm going to go to is when they play the Saints. But I am kind of looking forward to that.
That'll be interesting. Stand by.
All right. All right. And welcome back to Sportsline Radio. Don't forget, you can listen to Sportsline Radio every Friday, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. right here on 9:10 a.m. WUBR CBS Sports Radio in Baton Rouge. Of course, I also YouTube the show, and you can listen to it anytime you want. Anytime you want, 24/7, 365. And last week, I tell you, I had a lot of views on YouTube to watch the rebroadcast of the Kentucky Derby show. And don't forget, we're going to do the same thing next week. as we talk about the PREAKNESS. We're going to talk about the PREAKNESS. We're always dreaming. Win the PREAKNESS and set up the Belmont. We're going to find out. We're going to talk about it 168 hours from now, right here on Sportsline Radio. Don't forget, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Central Time every Friday, right here at 9, 10 a.m. WUBR CBS Sports Radio, Baton Rouge. And, of course, you can listen live to the program on PelicanSportsTV.com, PelicanSportsTV.com. All right, just for the record, I left off Bo Scarborough when I was doing the Heisman Trophy thing. Bo Scarborough's 10-1. I left off Bo. Sorry about that, Bo. Sorry about everybody. Let tell Gary to say you got to knock him down one spot. One spot. You got to go down one spot. Tell him the MeatMan screwed up. It happens, believe it or not. I know a lot of people think, man, look, this guy, no, but I make mistakes. I make mistakes. I definitely make mistakes. All right, let's see. Let's see if we can't find a couple of mistakes from that no good, dirty, filthy bookie. You know that SOB. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Let's see if we can't find some mistakes from him. There's not a lot to bet on, man. You know, there's just not a lot. There's not a lot to bet on. And you know, because the NBA, I mean, we're down to the nitty gritty here, Cap. We're down to the nitty gritty. I mean, we're down to the bottom of the barrel. We're down to the bottom of the barrel. Let's see. Let's see if we can't find a baseball game. Let's see if we can't find a baseball game. It's been tough. I've been winning money in baseball, but it's been tough trying to find a game. That's what the problem's been. It's been tough trying to find something to actually bet. And you know, the NBA has been relatively easy, and I haven't been betting a lot of Major League Baseball because the fact, you know, hey, why bet on baseball when the NBA has just been so easy? So the NBA has just been super easy, and because of that, I really haven't been given any time to the Major League Baseball, and I might not be able to find a play in Major League Baseball. I might not be able to find one. I'm looking at the screen now, and man, it looks tough. It looks tough. I mean, this is just looks like a tough night here. Let's see. I mean, there's a full slate. I mean, there's 15 Major League Baseball games. The last thing I want to do is just pick some game just for the heck of it. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to pick some game just to be picking something. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? How about maybe betting against the Dodgers? You know, Clayton Kershaw is 19-6 lifetime against the Colorado Rockies with a 3.15 ERA. But the last time that he pitched in Colorado, he was a -$2 favorite, and he lost. He lost. He pitched 6 innings. He gave up 4 hits, 4 earned runs. He gave up 8 hits, 3 home runs. He didn't walk anybody. He did strike out 6. But the bottom line is he gave up 8 hits and 3 home runs. I mean, he's lucky he only gave up 4 runs. I mean, you give up 8 hits. Obviously, a lot of those home runs came against batters with nobody on base. I don't know, man. I mean, he's got a gaudy record in Colorado at 19-6. But I don't know, man. I don't know. You got Colorado 23-13 on the season, playing some good baseball. They're in first place in the National League West, and the Dodgers coming in this game at 20-15, and of course they're thinking sweep. You know, they sweep Colorado, they go to 23-15. Colorado would drop to 23-16. And that would pretty much eliminate Colorado's lead. Dodgers would have a half-game lead. And, of course, Colorado's thinking, hey, we sweep the Los Angeles Dodgers. I mean, look, we got a 2.5 game lead right now. We put the sweep on them, and I mean, hey, we got a 5 game lead. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it's kind of tempting here. I think maybe we could take the $1.80 with the Colorado Rockies. I mean, if you think about it here, now let's see. Let's just see this. Let's see. Right now, Minnesota is leading their division. They're 17-14. Baltimore's leading their division at 22-11. Houston's leading their division at 24-11. The St. Louis Cardinals, who I said was going to have a bad year, and I was right. Out the gate, St. Louis stunk. But then word must have got to them that the MeatMan was betting against them, and all of a sudden they went on this big winning streak. And made the MeatMan look stupid. They're actually up 2.2 units on the season. The St. Louis Cardinals, if you bet them every game this season, of course you would have went broke earlier in the season, but if you would have stuck with it some kind of way, you would be up 2.2 units. If you were betting $100 a game, you'd be up $220. The Washington Nationals are 22-12. They lead the National League East. And then the Colorado Rockies, they lead the National League West at 23-13. So there's only one team in all of Major League Baseball that has more wins than the Colorado Rockies. That's the Houston Astros. And, man, I don't know. I don't know. If you bet Colorado every game, you're up 12.20 units. If some kind of way the season started and you knew the Colorado Rockies were going to be the hot team, you're making a lot of money, brother. You're up 12.20 units. $100 player's up $1,220. Guy bets $500 a game, he's up $6,000. Over $6,000. You gotta love that. And the Dodgers at 20-15. If you bet them every game, you're down $235, 2.35 units. $100 a game. I mean, if you're betting $200 a game, you're almost down $500. Betting the Dodgers, even though they're 5 games over $500, with a 20-15 record. That's what I try to tell people all the time. Baseball is about building units. It's not like basketball and football, where you try to hit 52.4% of your games. Baseball, you could have a losing record and still be winning money. Just like you could be hitting 60% of your baseball games and be losing money. I mean, the Dodgers are winning 57% of their games, 57.1% of your games at 20-15. If you just do the quick math, they're winning 57.1% of their games, and they're down 2.35 units. So remember that 52.4 threshold that we use for basketball and football is not the same for baseball. It's not the same for baseball. No team in the major leagues has won more money for their backers than the Colorado Rockies. No team. No team. Baltimore, the Orioles, they're close. They've won 11.25 units. The Houston Astros have won 9.55 units. The money burners this season, the San Francisco Giants, 12-14, minus 14.05 units. You betting $100 a game on the San Francisco Giants, you're down 1,400 bananas. Wow. So, some teams are making money, some teams aren't making money, and Colorado, man, I tell you, it's hard to bet against a team when they're hot. When they start to cool off, then you don't take shots, you don't take risks. But I think the risk is worth the reward tonight. You bet $100 to almost win $200. And like I said, the Dodgers are looking for a sweep. They want to take back over first place in the National League West. Colorado's thinking, hey, man, we got a 2.5 game lead. we take 2 out of 3 in the series or take all 3, we could have a 5-game lead. I mean, I know it's early, but the bottom line is a quarter of the season will be done in Major League Baseball after this weekend. And, you got a 3, 4, 5-game lead with 120 games to go. I mean, yes, there's a lot of time for you to blow it. But once again, I don't think any manager in Major League Baseball would turn down a 5-game lead in their division 1 quarter of the way into the season. All right, man, I tell you, it's hard to believe, but we're only going to pick the 2 games tonight. We're only going to pick the 2 games. We're just going to pick the Washington Wizards minus the 5 at home against the Boston Celtics, and we're going to take the Colorado Rockies plus $1.90 tonight at home against the Los Angeles Dodgers. We just got to hope Clayton Kershaw just don't have his stuff tonight. Remember, the last time he pitched in Colorado, he gave up 3 home runs. That score was very misleading. There was a 4-2 final, but, man, that was very misleading. That Colorado only scored 4 runs on 3 home runs. So, we'll see. We'll see now. Once again, don't forget the Western Conference Finals between the San Antonio Spurs and the Golden State Warriors start on Sunday. The point spread for game number 1, the Golden State Warriors are 10.5-point favorite. The total is 211. Golden State minus 700 on the money line. San Antonio coming back plus 600. And plus 500. 5-1. San Antonio 5-1 underdogs to win game number 1 of their Western Conference final series against the Golden State Warriors. You got to bet $700 to win 100 on Golden State. Yep, I don't know who I'm going with yet, but, man, I tell you, I've been sizzling hot in the NBA, and after we win this Washington Wizards bet tonight, if you want to give me a call on Sunday, I'll be more than happy to talk with you about this. 702-609-0930, 702-609-0930. You're going to talk directly with me, the MeatMan, Dave Scandaliato. I'm not sure what time the game tips off at. Let's see if I can't find the tip time for the game on Sunday. The game tonight tips at 7 o'clock Central Time, so you got 1 hour to get down, brother. You got 1 hour to get down. But it's like, let's hope tonight's not the night that the home team decides that they're going to lose. The home team 9-0 straight up, 9-0 against the spread in the Boston Celtics Washington Wizards series this year. 4-0 during the regular season, 5-0 during the playoffs. This is Washington at home tonight. I mean, there's nothing. You haven't seen anything. You haven't seen anything all year that would make you think the Boston Celtics are going to go into Washington tonight and win the game. Now, as far as the Western Conference semifinals, they're going to start at 2:30 p.m. Central Time on Sunday. 2:30 p.m. Central Time on Sunday. So once again, after the Washington Wizards just absolutely clobber the Boston Celtics tonight, and you need that pick for game number 1 of the Western Conference Finals. Because remember, anybody can pick Golden State, but what about the 10.5 points you got to lay? Is it too much? Is it too little? Is it what? I mean, what? Are you going to actually give the San Antonio Spurs 10.5 points? But then again, you're betting against Golden State. I mean, the Warriors, man, I tell you, they've been hot, brother. They've been hot. I mean, I don't think they played a game when they haven't won by double digits. I mean, I'm not exactly 100% sure. I'm not exactly 100% 100% sure. Washington beat Boston 121 to 100, 116 to 89. They beat them 123 to 108, and they beat them 118 to 93 this year. In the 4 games, Washington scored 121, 116, 123, and 118. I mean, look, that's hard to bet against that, Cap. It's hard to bet against that. So, the Washington Wizards tonight minus the 5. And then later on tonight, the Colorado Rockies plus $1.90 against the Los Angeles Dodgers. And then on Sunday, Cap, you don't know who to go with in that Golden State Warriors San Antonio Spurs matchup. Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals. Give me a call, 702-609-0930, 702-609-0930. All right, that is pretty much going to wrap it up for this edition of Sportsline. Don't forget, next week, the Preakness Show, part 2 of our Triple Crown special that we're doing right here on 9:10 a.m. WUBR CBS Sports Radio, Baton Rouge. We went over the Kentucky Derby. We went over all 20 horses. And then we're going to do the same thing next week as we're going to go over the full field for the Preakness and see if we can't get it. I like the Classic Empire, man. I liked him in the Derby. He got all jammed up. We'll talk about it next week. All right, as always, I want to thank my man Don back in the studio. Don's going to take some time off here. So, Don, have a good little vacation there. Of course, I always want to thank my man TK for giving me the shot, and my man Alan, the owner of Pelican Sports. As always, my name is Dave, the MeatMan Scandaliato. Bet with your head and not over it, and I'll see you in 167 hours right here on Sportsline. All right.
There we go. Good job.
All right, I can't believe we made it.
Never a doubt.
Yeah, that was a little nerve-wracking for a minute. But no, never in doubt.
All right, man. So where you staying now?
Well, right now I'm just staying in the circus. I don't know how long I'm going to be here, but I'm going to find somewhere. And it'll have good internet. Believe me. It'll have very good internet. There's no doubt about it. If there's one thing the place will have is a good internet connection.
Oh, that's always good. All right, bud. We'll have a good weekend.
You're going on vacation next week. I forgot about that. The week after. The week after.
Yeah.
Oh, well. We'll just do it again next week.
Have a good weekend, bud.
You got it. See you later. All right. That's going to wrap it up for this edition of Sportsline Radio. We're going to put it up on YouTube. You can watch the rebroadcast. And as always, my name is Dave, the MeatMan Scandaliato. You can watch Sportsline Radio, listen to Sportsline Radio on 9:10 a.m. WUBR CBS Sports Radio, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, every Friday, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Central Time. And, of course, you can listen live on PelicanSportsTV.com. As always, my name is Dave, the MeatMan Scandaliato, and I'll see you in 167 hours right here on Sportsline.